Hello everyone. Today we would have a look at how to construct histogram in R. Histogram is an extremely effective way of visualizing data. Although it can be quite tedious to make a histogram in Excel, it is extremely easy to make a histogram in R. So first let us talk what an histogram is. It's a graphical representation of a continuous variable, let's say x. As we can see, x has been divided into several bins or classes, and frequency of every class is calculated and plotted as the height of the rectangle. So this is what a histogram actually represents. It is a representation of the distribution of the data. It tells you where the data is dense and where the data is rare. It's a very effective way of visualizing normality in data, for example. Let us take a small example. X is a normally distributed data of 1000 points, or we can say it's a vector with mean 2 and standard deviation of 2. It can easily be simulated using the rnorm function in R. Let's plot a histogram. The command is extremely easy, hist of x, and then we chose color to be blue, and this is what we have, a histogram. And this shows you the distribution of the data in frequency classes ranging from -5 to +10. As you can see, the highest density or the height of the histogram is around 2, which corresponds roughly to the mean of 2 that was defined in the previous step. Let us take a real example, not a simulated data. I always like to use the data called trees that is available as an example dataset in R. It is a dataset about trees in which measurements of girth, height and volume is available. Let us plot a histogram of the girth of the trees. This is the command that we have to use, hist. The first argument is about the vector or the continuous variable. In this case it is the girth, and then we choose red color, and then we give a title for the x lab, that is the x axis, and main refers to the main title of the plot. And when we run this is what we get. So the x-axis represents the girth class of the trees that ranges from 8 to 22. Every girth class is equal and non-overlapping, and y-axis represents the frequency of each girth class. And as we can see, the girth class from 10 to 12 is the highest. That is, it has the highest frequency, and the girth class from 20 to 22 is the lowest, referring to the rarest girth class in the dataset. So as we can see from the above mentioned example, it is extremely easy to construct a histogram in R, and a very effective way of preliminary data exploration. That is very important before doing any statistical test. Thank you for patiently listening to my talk.